So in this class, we're going to draft the fish or the mermaid skirts like we all know it. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're drafting our normal straight skirt. You know how we do our normal pencil straight skirt. So this, we're joining it to an up. It's not just a skirt. We're going to join it to a top. So we came down by 2.5 inch, 2.5 inch. Remember, I always say come down by 2.5 inch for your joining. And then from the 2.5 inch, you will mark your hip line. That is your waist to your hip. That's what we just marked. Then the next thing we are going to mark is our waist to our nail. We already know this. From the 2.5 for our joining to the top, you mark your waist to your hip, then you mark your waist to your nail, and after that you mark your full length. Remember, place the tape from that 2.5 measurement. Don't place it from the top. Once you do this, from your nail round, that is your waist to your nail measurement, come up by 4 inches. If you're sewing for an elderly person, you can come up by 3 inches because that is where we want our pegging to be done. We don't want it to be done at the nail. If you do your pegging at the nail, you will not be able to walk. The person will not be able to walk. So if it's an elderly person, come up by 3. If it's a young person that wants it to be really fitted, come up by 4 or 5 or even 6. Some people even come up as high as 6 to make it really peg and lap very on your body. But we are coming up by 4 inches. And once we came up by 4 inches, we're inserting our measurement. We put our waist, we put our hip. Then on your new nail measurement, put your nail round. To get your nail round, just minus 2.5. I always say it, or 2. Now go to your full length, spread your tape as wide as you want it to be. You can make it 20 inches wide, you can make it 15 inches wide, you can make it 25. What we are using is 20. We don't want it to be too big, but it should also be big. So now at the down part, this is just like an A-line skirt, something like that. So at the down base, put as much as you want it. That's on you, as wide as you want it to be. So once you do that, connect it to the new nail measurement. So this is how it looks. So just connect it. Now once you connect it on that base, you see the way I slanted my tape, come up by 3 inches, and on the side, that is on the down, yes, this place now, come in by 4 inches or even 3 inches. Please just overlook my girl as she's doing this stuff. So just come out by 4 inches and then make a curve at that point. Use a chalk, just make freehand, make a curve at that point. Also on your new nail measurements, make sure you make a curve on it so it will not be sharp, it will not be penciled. Make a curve on it so that it looks very nice. So things you should know, we are going to cut, but things you should know is from your nail measurement, when you take your waist to your nail, under your nail measurement, come up by 4 inches, 5 inches, or even 6 inches, depending on how you want it to be pegged. And that thing you should know is that under your new nail round, place your hip measurement minus 2. So if your hip is 10 and we're putting 10, that is 40. If your hip is 40, 40 divided by 4 is 10. What you're going to put on your nail is 8. That is 10 minus 2 is 8. Then cut all through. So now to cut the back, we just place the front measurement on top of our back pattern. Then from the center back, from the center front, you determine how wide you want it to be and how long you want it to be. I don't want my own to be so long, so I made it short. But let me give you an instance of if it's long. If it's long, you can see where we came down by that point anyhow. So I don't want my own to be long, so I just made like 4 inches long, and you determine how wide you want it to be. It can be as wide as possible. You can determine how wide you want it, but I don't want, what I used on my own is 5. Now when you do this, by the sides, add 1 inch to it. That is for your zip allowance. Remember, add your 1 inch and use a straight line to connect it to the full length, to your new measurement. Do you understand? Now from the waist measurement, remember I always say go in by 0.5 inch so that your zip can sit well. From your new measurement, the new one, go in by 0.5 inch also and connect. So once you connect, you will just cut. So now let me go through it again. You place the front measurement on top of that. We're creating the back. You place the front on top of the back, and then you determine how wide and how long you want it to be. What I'm doing, the tail I'm doing is very small. if you follow this method, your tail is just going to be very small at the back. So you can make it as wide as 10 inches and as long as 7-8 inches, so that you can get a longer tail. It depends on you. So if it's a wedding dress, you can go as wide as 15 and as long as 20, as much as you want, and just connect it to the front. You saw the way I curved it to connect it to the front. So just connect it. Once you're done, remember to add your darts, and that is just it. It's that simple. So you can watch the video, pause and play, and watch the video till you get it. So you can see the back is longer and the front is shorter. So I'm cutting this on a lace fabric, and when we saw on a lace fabric, we cut the lace, we cut a doll face or a duchess, a satin, then we also cut a lining. You don't just use your lace and your lining. For the joining, we're attaching our lace. This is the front of our lace, and this is our doll face fabric. At the back, we ironed an ST at the back, and then we're joining our doll face and our lace together. And we are sewing using less than half an inch. We're just joining them together first. This is what we're going to use to turn with our lining. So you just stop here. So we've joined these two together. Now we are going to join this other part. So we're joining this part right now. We're going to join it using less than half an inch, and we're going to join it to the down. At the down, don't forget to stop 3 inches, 4 inches.